Factor Uncensored, Ozempic is arguably one of the most popular weight loss drugs on the market right now. But there are concerns about it making people lose too much weight and have a negative impact on their mental health as well. Sharon Osbourne is the latest celebrity to speak out against Ozempic. The former talk show host says she lost 42 pounds and now weighs less than 100 pounds. She also says it made her feel sick. Joining us to talk about it, physician assistant Orrin Hartwell and Ozempic users, Steph Schaffner, a familiar face here on The Factor, and Victoria Andrews. So, Steph, let's begin with you. How did this help you, and how much did you lose, and when did you start?
I started after rodeo season, which was about March, right? I started in March, and I was on for 3 months. I was on the compounding version of Ozempic, which is called semaglutide. And I'm not going to tell you how much I weighed when I started and ended, but let's just say I lost in the range of 28 to 30 pounds. I'm 5.
And were you satisfied, and were you able to say, this is what I want, I'm done?
Yes, absolutely. It was a little bit of a rough ride at first because, you know, the extremist that I am, was I following my doctor's rules or my, you know, no. And so I finally got into it, and it took about, within the first 4 weeks, I was like, okay, this is making me nauseous. I need to take this at night. And then I finally started to see the product working. So people that want immediate results, that's not a thing. But in all actuality, it worked very, very well with me. I've tried everything. I've tried HCG. I've tried the whatever the diet is where you eat just meats and cheeses and yeah, I've tried it all. But you know, inevitably it was a quick fix to a big problem that I was having, not being able to fit in my rodeo jeans. That was a
you know how
big
important that is to your ass. Victoria Andrews, let's hear from you.
Okay.
Your experience so far.
So I weighed in at my heaviest at 415, and I have been on a weight loss journey, swimming, with the partnership with the YMCA, going to my local HEB and picking healthy foods. But again, sometimes at such a large weight, you do need help. And I was debating between like getting the gastric sleeve, and I was like, well, what could actually help me in this journey? I wanted to try to do it naturally at first, and so Ozempic has helped me. I've been on it now for a month and a half. I've lost about 15 to 20 pounds, which is, I think, a healthy weight loss. Again, she's 5. What are you, 5?
5'1".
She's 5'1". I'm 5'9" and 400 pounds. So it's a different story. I think that everybody should take in consideration the health aspects, you know.
BMI is a big thing.
BMI is a big thing. And I'm pre-diabetic. And so for me, I was actually the person who needed this to actually help them on their journey.
All right.
That's good.
And Orrin, let's bring you into this conversation. Who is the right candidate for Ozempic?
Well, the studies and the guidelines say anyone with a BMI above 27 with a health-related or weight-related problem. All right, and that could be anything. That could be depression. That could be
Put that in layman's
disease.
terms. What is 21 BMI? What is that, like 50 pounds overweight?
Well, everyone's different.
Pounds?
That's one of the things, criticisms about BMI, because it doesn't take in ethnicities and body shapes and things like that, but it gives us a guideline.
And that's body mass index.
Body mass index. So it gives us a guideline, somewhere we can actually justify. And that's, I've done this because of wellness. A lot of people want to get well, get better, but I kept running into people with obesity. And so obesity is the biggest problem. And so many of the things that we eat have been processed. And so it's not just patients' faults. It is just the way our society is. It's environmental, it's genetics, it's all of those things.
But this product's natural, so it's your body produces, is what he explained.
Right,
so
right.
that it's not as harmful as what everybody else is trying to say. And he had explained that to me, and I'm like, okay, what am I putting in my body now? I was thinking more or less like a steroid thing, and I'm like,
no,
it's just going to have effects later on, and he was good about it.
It's a peptide. It's that we naturally have in our body, and it's one of those things that's created to last a week. And most of the body, most of the things we have are daily pills. But this is one that actually lasts a whole week.
And
It
when
gets
we
you
hear people,
satiety.
and when we hear, people like Sharon Osbourne saying it went too far for her or she went too far with it,
Well,
what would be your thoughts about that and your concerns about it having, mental effects?
Well, you need to have guidance. You need to have a provider to guide you through it. You can't just do it. You can buy it online nowadays, and people are getting it through telemedicine. But I think the best way is have someone guide you along that way and make sure that you don't get into those issues.
Also,
Like I did, end up in the emergency room
and listen
because
to your
my
body.
blood sugar dropped. And
So you did it by yourself first? Or?
No. I just wasn't listening to the rules,
Okay,
and I ended up having to pay a $13,000 cookie because my blood sugar
All right.
dropped.
Thank you
And that
guys
was
for
it.
joining us. Orrin Hartwell, thank you for joining
Thank
us
you.
as well.